Okay, everyone. I actually had problems with my computer here, so I wasn't able to get after that first clipping. So what stands out in that first clipping is being competitive. Everybody want what they want. They don't want people to follow them. And Chris has set up, something sweet. As far as being a momager, I work with momagers all the time, and I get it. She's like the momagers of all time momagers. So when it comes down to the family and the competitiveness, when it comes down to, you'll see an upcoming portion of the clipping is where Christmas decoration, no one want another to follow, like their homes are like right beside each other. Wow, get that, right? Then of course Chris said about the baby, turning on a faucet, and now it's like you can't turn it off, and she's crying, and she looked at Kylie. So I was one for the ones who was like, they can't all be pregnant. And I feel Kylie is young, but she is mature, for her age. And then of course, Chloe always wanted a baby and whatnot. So I keep saying I have to see it. There's a dripping out, but I can't imagine them being in California and not going anywhere. People got to see their baby bumps. They got to see it. I've seen some people have, just, put it out, did editing to pictures. That's crazy, whatnot. So I'm just waiting for the real deal. I want to see with my own eyes, hear with my own ears that they both are pregnant. I know Kim is having a baby through a surrogate. So stay tuned, watch more. You'll see this one coming up about getting protection guns and learning how to shoot them. Yes, okay.
No, yeah. We went to a range a while ago with Scott and stuff.
Do you know what kind of gun you like?
No.
You have to go and hold them and test them and see what feels the most comfortable in your hand and your grip. There's a little bit of kickback to some guns, so it just depends what you're comfortable with. Hi, guys.
Hey, girl.
What a lively bunch. We all put on one of these bodysuits and get naked.
We were actually looking up, different guns. I'm just trying to play with different photos.
Looking up what?
Different guns.
Why? Because Kettle and I were talking earlier, and she just feels really unsafe. She says she's literally a different stalker outside of her house every few days, and she's a single girl who lives alone, and she just wants away. Someone's already broken into her home, and what if she was there?
Well, that's what you have security for.
But I want to know about these things so I could be knowledgeable of it and know how to either protect myself or how to handle the gun. Not to bring anything up, but in your situation, say that gun,
that was sad.
You were able to get access to it. Would you know what to do?
I would not shoot these. It was 3 against 1, or 6 or 7. I didn't know about. There's no way I was going to get out there. I'm not like Lara Croft. I couldn't have gotten away to go get the gun.
I'm saying if the gun fell or slipped and you happened to... I'm just saying in any circumstance...
That's true, Chloe.
Don't you just want to know how to use something?
I'm not comfortable with it. I wouldn't want my kids around it. I wouldn't want, sleepovers going on here with the kids here, and I know there's a gun.
That's sad.
I personally don't feel comfortable with that. I don't.
Wow.
I personally am not a fan of owning guns and having guns in the home, especially with everything we've learned.
I'm the mother of Jordan Davis, the young man who was shot and killed in Jacksonville and what the country has deemed a loud music case.
My mom, Dawn, was the principal that was killed in the Sandy Hook school shooting.
I lost a close friend to gun violence when I was in high school. Gun violence is just ravaging our community.
Owning guns just has never been my thing, and I think with kids in the house, I just don't think that, it's something that I'm comfortable with.
So everyone, that is that, and I understand where Chloe and Kendall is coming from. To have someone break into your home and then a stalker, that's a lot. And she's right what Chloe said about if a gun, happens to slip on the floor or whatever, someone knock it out the person's hand, then what are you going to do with it? Are you sure you're going to know what to do? Not necessarily you having one in your home, but to say, what are you going to do with it, actually? So that makes a lot of sense. So, wow. Okay, you all, so thanks for watching this. I'll be back with more updates of recaps and reviews. So take care. Talk to y'all soon. Come back and don't forget to subscribe to IPH Network Media TV. Again, this is DPN. Bye-bye. Hi everyone, I'm back. Okay, so we're still in season 14. Actually, no, season 10, but they've been doing a whole lot of actually filming and taping. So here we go, you all. This is Keeping Up with the Kardashians and Keeping Up with IPH Network Media TV. I'm DPN. Here we go. Let's go in.
Are you okay? Like, are you losing it? Maybe. We had a whole conversation. We're having a barbecue, and you were making a dish, and you're bringing it over, and everyone's coming to the house.
150%. You've never mentioned a barbecue.
All right. How are you guys?
Oh, wow, you look beautiful.
Thank you. This is Maudie.
Nice to meet you.
My scribe.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, like, all these people that are just roaming the streets, do they not want to come and stay here?
There just aren't enough shelter beds in LA. So 47,000 people are on the streets, and there's only 12,000 shelter beds to go to. I can tell you recently what's causing it to skyrocket is the cost of rent. Rents have gone up 30%, salaries have gone down 3%. It's like a perfect storm.
I just didn't have a job that paid well enough for me to get my own place.
So he's here with his wife, and he actually works around the corner at a granite crushing facility. And he, 2 years ago, his company lost, basically went bankrupt, and he lost his job.
Today, I have an amazing party plan to support the Alexandria House, a long-term shelter for women and single moms.
LA is the homeless capital of the United States. The rising population is women and children. Alexandria House, we're just a drop in the bucket of what the good that we can do to eliminate homelessness.
It's so important to understand that not everyone on the street is a drug addict. People that I've met are just having hardships. Maybe they lost their job. Maybe they just had a bad circumstance. There's so many different stories, and I think that's just the most important thing.
So everyone, oh wow, so it is such a factor, and that's in every city. But 12,000 beds, and you got 40,000 that are homeless. That's a whole lot. I actually had a moment where I spoke with a homeless person. They came from a great background, you know, had a great job, and their choice was to be out there. He lived, originally he was from Texas, but he ended up in North Carolina. And I was like, well, where's your family? And he's like, my family want me to come home, but I'm just not. So some people look at it as some people have mental conditions, and some of them just, they're pride in their own way, and they feel like they're going to do what they have to do until they can do better themselves. It is so many reasons why people are homeless. And you just saw where it says about, you know, apartments or homes or rent is so more expensive. And then versus also kudos to Kim for going out, and, you know, and also Chloe, as I saw in one of the footage, for being out in the forefront, making a difference, because that's what it's all about. By taking, you have a big, humongous platform. You've been blessed. And for one, just by just being famous, on top of everything, you know, that's just an amazing. Who would have known about, you know, 15 years ago to 20 years ago that this type of lifestyle can be in existence, that one can be famous from being famous, from just being put out there in social media, put it out that way, by putting a reality show that is really no script written or, you know, so much of acting, but you do amp it up. I've been behind the scenes. I know what it takes and all, you know, to get one footage, but these girls and ladies, young ladies, was supposed to say they're doing big things, and I'm just touched by their mom and them and all for what they're doing, showing the world that it can be done. So you all, thanks for tuning in to this episode. And this is episode 8 with me, with the clippings and the updates and the reviews. And we'll be back. This IPH Network Media TV. Please subscribe to our channel. This is DPN. Bye.